until she tried to fake rob me. Y'all, it's your girl, it's your fave, Jstdej, and I am back with another video today, you guys. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe for me, okay? And if you're not, welcome back. As you can tell by the title of this video, it has been a while. It's been a while since I told a story time, but I got something for y'all, something fresh, something new. Usually when I tell my stories, it's something that's past tense, that been happened, that y'all just now hearing about. No, girl, today is Wednesday. This just happened on Saturday, so y'all getting it while it's fresh out the press, okay? Fresh out the pot. Crazy. So let's go ahead and get right into this story time. So we're gonna call her Moo. We're gonna call her Moo, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. We're gonna call her Moo because it's like, why would you wear it on your birthday? But okay, anyways, y'all, when I first moved to Houston, I was looking for a lash tech. And so one of the girls that I knew, she basically introduced me to her. So now she became like my lash tech. That's who I was going to. If y'all remember that story time with Lily, then y'all would know that basically these is the lash techs that was like fake beefing over who was gonna be doing my lashes. So if you haven't watched that story time, I'll link it somewhere in the description box or on the screen so that you can go and watch that too and kind of put the pieces together. I have been going to Moo for a little bit, you know, whatever. I probably have got my lashes done by her maybe 3 or 4 times. I would always go to her house, we would chop it up, it would be a good time. Cool, okay, cool. So follow each other on the internet, on Instagram and all of that stuff. So, you know, little DMs here, a little this, that, the third's there. But that's pretty much it. Like, we were not friends. Like, if I had a birthday party, she wouldn't be somebody that I would invite, and I wouldn't think that I would be somebody that she would invite to her birthday party. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of what it's giving. So man, y'all, her prices was way too high. Her prices was too high, so that's why I ended up going to the other lash tag. So literally a volume set, she was charging like $250. I'm like, girl, you a $250 lie. You a $250 lie. Those are medium box braids. Those are medium knotless braids. Nah, like, you tripping. The strips I got on right now look just fine. So I had stopped going to her for a while. So prior to Saturday, I hadn't seen her for a whole year. So I get a text, me and T at the house, and we getting ready to get dressed because we got, you know, we got some motion, you know, some people that was in town. We had some motion, okay? We'll say that for another day, but we had some motion. We was kind of trying to decide on what we wanted to do. She just so happened to text at the last minute and asked what I was doing. I was like, nothing, just chilling, you know, getting dressed. Me and my friend about to get ready to go out. She's like, well, yeah, you should come out with me. Like, let's go drink, let's this, that, and the third. And I was just like, okay. Mind you, the other plans was with guys. You know, the other plans was with some guys. You know, we had a little motion that night. So it's kind of like, But the only reason that we ended up going with her is because after we told her our plans for the night, she's like, no, let's do something else. Like, let's go to Love, because we haven't been to Love yet, but I am going to take y'all on the vlog. So make sure y'all subscribe so y'all can get in tune with the vlogs. But let's talk about going to Love, and we haven't been there yet. And then it was one other place, I can't remember, but more so a nicer place where the way that me and T was dressed, it would make sense. You know what I'm saying? Those are typically kind of nice, like little lounges and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she's texting me, and so she's like, hey, she sent me a screenshot. Her boyfriend had texted her, and he basically told us to drive there, and then we was all just gonna Uber together. Now, I honestly didn't think that this was gonna happen, only because T don't play. She do not be wanting to ride with nobody. She always want to drive. She don't even let me drive, so she always wants to drive, you know. And so I'm surprised that she said yeah, but she did. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we get dressed, we get in the car, we go ahead and we head to her apartments, and all of us get in the truck. So at this point it's Moo, her friend, we're gonna call her Malibu Barbie because she was getting on my nerves, and that's exactly what she was giving, like literal Malibu Barbie. So that was her, and then her boyfriend, and then me and T. So I was like, okay, like I'm thinking that maybe it would have been more girls, or at least would have been some more guys. I don't know. But once we got there, I'm just like, okay. And then when I looked at how they was dressed, I was very confused. I said, I thought that this was for your birthday. It was giving Sunday service, and I was just like, okay. So anyways, that's besides the point. So we all get in the truck, and as soon as we got in the truck, me and T texting in the back, like going nuts, keyboard banging, because she's telling me that they said now we're going to Space nightclub. Go on TikTok and type in Space nightclub. Okay, don't nobody want to go there. when I think of space, I think of people that are 21, 22, and 23 years old. That is out of my age group. That's out of my age group. Like, nah, I like the 30 plus, and I ain't even 30 yet. So I'm like, no ma'am, or I need to be at the lounge or somebody's restaurant. This is not gonna work. So I'm like, we're already here now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I guess we could Uber from here, but I don't know. It just was, we was trying to decide basically in the car. So we ended up pulling up to one of the, I guess her boyfriend's friend's house, and so we got over there, went into his house or whatever, and there was like no vibes. There was no vibes. There was no furniture. There was no liquor. There was no music. There was no nothing. I'm just like, this is awkward. There was no food. It wasn't nothing. I'm hungry. I'm like, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? As I'm looking at me and T, I'm like, we look good. Like, we look fat right now. Real heat. Okay, flame on. And they looking crazy. I'm just like, okay, her boyfriend look dusty. He don't got no haircut. The friend, he was dusty too, but he was nice, I guess. So whatever. So anyway, we go ahead and we get back in the Uber. Man, y'all, let's rewind a little bit. We ended up getting into the wrong Uber. So I guess the Uber man didn't speak English, and we just got in. Like, she said that this is the Uber. We got in, and they was trying to translate with this man. He said that he was Sri Lankan. Why when we get out the car, Malibu Barbie talking about, we appreciate the ride, gracias. I said, ma'am, he is not Hispanic. He is Sri Lankan. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't know. Y'all, too much, right? Man, y'all, we was in a black truck. So we took the black truck over there. They ended up just paying the man cash, and he ended up just riding us around for the night. So we got back in the black truck after we left the friend house or whatever, all got in there, and we pulls up to Space nightclub. Y'all, we get in there. Oh my God, Space is so ghetto. I hate Space. Literally, like, it was so hot in there. When I say not a fan in sight, not no AC, nothing. Like, nothing. Like, I need one of them little portable fans because there's no way. And I'm like, I don't see, these people have to be teed up right now because ain't no way they surviving this. You got dudes in there taking their shirts off. I'm gonna insert a video. You got men in there taking their shirts off. I'm like, these are teenagers. These are kids. So at that point now, we at the section. So it's literally just the 2 guys and 3 girls, or 4 girls. So 4 with 6 of us. So okay, so we just cooling, you know, whatever. They end up bringing out the bottle or whatever, and I ended up looking over there, and I could see that Moo like kind of had an attitude. She was just looking like she had an attitude, and she was coming out her purse, like taking money out her purse. That was already a red flag in my head because it's my birthday. It's my birthday, and I'm with my man. Like, there's no way. No, ma'am. Money's not being spent here, right? So okay, whatever. But you can see that she had an attitude. I'm gonna insert that video too, so you can kind of see she had an attitude. So me and T was just teed up. We like, yeah, happy birthday. Nobody was saying nothing. Nobody was standing up. Nobody was nothing. Like, when I say nothing, I mean nothing. We was just the only ones that was loud and screaming. I'm just like, okay. Like, it's our birthday. I'm like, oh, there was that whole thing. We ain't let that stop us from having a good time per usual. So we teed up. She kind of started turning up a little bit at the end. Then me and T went to the bathroom. We came back. Oh my God, yes, we went to the bathroom. Freaking disgusting. There was used pads on the floor and everything. Space is so nasty. The floor was wet. I'm like, why the floor wet? Disgusting. And the bathroom literally looked like cells. They look like cells. Jail cells. Like, what? So okay, disgusting. So we get back to the section, and like 5 girls pull up. 5 girls pull up, and they sit in the section. So she telling me and T to move, basically. She like, y'all, you know, let them sit down, let them sit down. I'm like, so at this point, y'all, I'm sitting in the booth. The booth next to us did have people in it, but they had left. So by the time the girls was in Moomoo's section, I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit right here in this booth since these hoes is here, you know, whatever. I didn't think too much of it. I was ready to go. I do not like the club. The club is not for me. The girls came through, drunk the rest of her bottle, and then I don't know if it's her man that ordered another bottle or if it's the girls that ordered a bottle, but we was drinking Don Repo. They ordered a bottle of Blanco. I said, now why would you do that? Who's finna drink that? And so she's like, please. She's like, please, it's my birthday, it's my birthday. So at this point, I'm still like, nah. So the girls come through or whatever, and they saying happy birthday to the other girl, and I'm like, I thought it was Moo birthday, but they saying happy birthday to the other girl. In Moo section, got the other birthday girl dancing, twerking, all this stuff, made a couple videos, took a couple shots, and left. I was just like, oh, interesting. Okay, let's fast forward. So at this point, now it's kind of down to the end, and at this point I'm in the club and I'm texting one of my plans, and I'm like, T, let's go. Like, let's leave right now, let's go. And so T like, nah, like I would feel bad, like it's her birthday, like let's just stay. I'm like, bruh, I did not want to stay, like I did not want to stay. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we end up staying, and so Mumu comes up to me and she's like, here, please drink this, please. She was like, you're like my real genuine friend, Days. You're my real B. And I'm right here and I'm thinking like, girl, you drunk. So whatever, I'm just sitting there like, yeah, cap. So okay, cool. So now we get ready to leave the club, and I'm telling T like we could just order our own Uber, this, that, and the third. She overhears all these conversations or whatever, and she's like, no, please. Like when I say begging, y'all, I literally mean begging, worse than a man. I'm like, please come to the after hours, this, that, and the third. And so I'm telling T like, bro, because me and T had already decided that we was gonna go to Double Apple, because that's the after hour spot that we typically go to. And so we had already decided that's where we was going. On top of the fact, I had told one of my plans to just meet me at Double Apple, so that's where he went. Follow me. So I said, okay, well, where y'all going? They want us to go to a place called, like, I think it's Bad Mood or like Bad Habits, one of the two. But they play a lot of like Caribbean music, and I ain't gonna say I don't like it, but it's not, nah, like at 3 in the morning, like that ain't what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that I want to hear right now. And so I was like, well, we going to Double Apple. I'm not going to Bad Habit. I ain't got to put my foot down. I'm not going there. We ain't going there. And so at this point, we the last ones out the club, and they don't close the doors and everything. So I'm like, I don't want to just be sitting out here. I don't even know what side of town we on. I know that this place is ghetto though, so it can't be the good side. And so I'm like, okay, so we just get in the truck. So at this point now it's just, I already told y'all the girls done left, so it's just us who were in the original Uber to begin with. So they like, okay, cool. He like, all right, cool. All right, we'll go to Double Apple. It better be busting. I'm like, y'all can leave if it's not busting, but we gonna Double Apple. So we finally get to Double Apple, and it's a line. So it's a line, and typically to get in, I think it's like a dub or something like that. Nothing too crazy. It is what it is. Nothing too crazy. And so you have it where you can buy sections and you can buy the bottle, or you can sit outside, bring your own bottle, and you will still have like a table. So that's typically what we do. I'm getting ready to walk in or whatever, and her boyfriend talking to me. He like, you know somebody in here? I'm like, no, I don't know nobody in here. I was like, well, what do you mean? Basically, they ended up getting the section at Space for the Low, I think for like $200 or something, because he knew, or they knew, the bottle girl. So he was basically asking if I knew anybody that could get us in for the low, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, nah, I don't really do that type of stuff. I just pay my way, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of pay my way. I don't know what he did, how much they paid, or what was going on, or whatever the case may be, but we end up going to Double Apple. They had got a bottle, and they had got like a table or whatever. So when we first got in there, me and T went to the bathroom, and we came back, and I just so happened to see my plans. So I seen plans, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm chopping it up with him or whatever, and we talking and stuff. And he walked over to the table with us, and he's like, you want a shot? And so yeah, went back to his table. He had got me a shot, and we had took a shot together. So after that, cool, we just having a good time, a little bit of whatever. And so I had went over to his table. So I went over to his table, I'm chopping it up with him, we just talking or whatever. We took another shot. That's when T had texted me. So T texted me, and she said, your friend asked if you where you at, blah blah blah. Mind you, I can see clean across the club to her, so I can see what's going on, you know what I'm saying? So the minute that T texted me, I'm like, all right, I'll be back. I took the shot with him, and I told him that I'll come back in a little bit or whatever. So I'm back and forth from these sections, mind you. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we get back over to the section, and she a little lit, right? She a little lit now. On top of the fact that both of us have been wanting food this whole entire time. Our whole plan was to go and get some food. So I go over to the cash register, whatever the case may be, and I'm telling the lady what I want, because they ain't coming back to our table. So I'm like, okay, cool. I ordered me some wings, okay, lemon pepper, fried hard, extra ranch, you feel me? T gets her chicken and fish. No, she got fish, she don't eat meat. She got fish, and she got some fries. And so at that point, that's when we start talking about hookah, because typically we get hookah when we go there. So we start talking about hookah, whatever, and the girls in the section I think 2 of the girls in the section smoked hookah. Me and T smoked hookah. And then the birthday girl was saying that she wanted hookah. But man, y'all, I do understand and kind of know that she was like a little bit lit or whatever the case may be. But hell nah, I hate when people do that. I'm one of those people, win, lose, or draw. I know what I said, I know what I did, I know who I was with, and I know where I'm at when I'm lit. You couldn't pay me to be that belligerent. I would never get that drunk to the point where I can't remember nothing. So I'm like, okay. T came over there to the cash register, and so she was like, your friend want hookah, you know, this, 7th, 3rd, and whatever. And then she said that, and I was like, okay. I get the blueberry mint, whatever. So she was like, she said to her, tell her man to pay for it, tell her man to pay for it. So I'm looking at T, I said, she said tell her man to pay for it? And she said, yeah. I said, oh, okay. I was like, are you sure? She was like, that's what she said, blah, blah, blah. Follow me, okay? I said, okay. That's fine, whatever. So the lady at the register or whatever, she said she just gonna bring the bill to the table, so I didn't pay for it. So she brings the bill over to the table. The hookah is now at the table, and she gives the bill to him, and he's like, no, I'm not paying for it. I was like, so right after that, she gives it to me. Okay, I'm like, that's completely fine. I'll pay for the food, but I'm not paying, I'm not gonna pay for the hookah of everybody at this table about to be smoking it. And so I said, I'll pay for the food, you know, this and the third. And so then me and T, we putting things in order for us to go ahead and just pay for the food. So after that, he's asking his girlfriend, he like, did you order this? Did you want this hookah? She said no. Then she was like, she said she didn't want it. And then I was like, asked her, I said, Moo, do you want this hookah? She said yeah. I'm like, I'm trying to understand what's going on here, right? And so he like, it's cool, I'm just gonna pay for it, I'm gonna pay for it. And so I was like, are you sure? He said yeah. I said, are you positive? He said yeah. I said, I will go in my purse and give you the money right now. Do you want it? So what did I do? I had cash here. Do you want this? Nah. You wanna know what I said? Because I knew I should have paid. I knew. I said, don't be telling your girlfriend I'm no broke. Do you want this money or not? That's the last thing I said to him. No, y'all good, y'all good. I said, okay, cool. We get our stuff, we put it in the bag. Go ahead, get our food, we put it in the bag. T had to go to the bathroom again. We get up, we go to the bathroom. After we go to the bathroom, we come back, the whole section empty. The whole section empty. I'm like, where did everybody go? So one of one of her friends that was still there smoking a hookah like it was an NBA player. Okay, and like she had something to prove, one night only. She like, oh, they left. She dancing, they left. I'm like, they left. Mind y'all, we've been riding together all night. All night. I ain't got no text. I ain't got no call. I ain't got no nothing. I said, what you mean they left? And I could kind of feel that Moo energy was weird because she kept eyeing me every time her boyfriend kept talking to me. And every time her boyfriend would be talking to T. And I'm like, bro, don't nobody want your dusty boyfriend. He look like your uncle for real. If you want to be for real. Not no good uncle either. No. Don't nobody want your boyfriend. Like, come on, bro. So you could just tell that she was being weird. So every time he would be talking or we would be talking or something, she'd be like, come sit over here, come sit by me, Dej. Come sit over here by me. Hey y'all, take a shot. I was trying to pour it in my mouth or here, passing the hookah and shit. Mind y'all, as a collective, me and T probably hit the hookah as a collective 4 times. 4 times as a collective. Keep this in mind too. He paid the bill. When they gave us when he tried to give me the bill, it said $72. The hookah was $35, me and T food was $37. That's $72. Follow me. At this point, I'm just like, you know what? Okay, whatever. T was ready to go anyway. She wasn't feeling too good, and I wasn't lit enough because I wasn't lit like that. I had a couple shots, but I wasn't lit. Like I knew I had to drive. So okay, whatever, I had ample amount of time to sober up. So at this point, me, Plans, and T are sitting outside on the bench. And I'm like, I can't believe she left. And as soon as I'm sitting there on the bench, his homeboy, so her boyfriend's homeboy walks up and he's trying to talk to T. So the only reason that she called was because he was outside. The only reason that basically she didn't call, she didn't text, she didn't say anything. The only reason that she texted me is because she seen us walk outside and she seen her man homeboy talking to T and she knew she had to say something. So that's when she called me like, y'all good, where y'all going, this and the third. I was like, what? I'm sitting there like, you gone? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? I was like, didn't nobody even say anything? Like at that point I'm thinking this, but I'm not saying anything. So I'm like, what the fuck? But me and T had a conversation about it after the fact. So I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? And then she was like, do y'all need to get an Uber? Do we need to get an Uber? You know that we've been riding around in this black truck with y'all all night. And the last ride, you choose to leave? I'm like, okay, and not even say anything. So, man, y'all, we've been in black trucks this whole night. It's like 6 or 7 of us, or probably 6 of us. So she's like, oh, well, y'all can get in here. You are in a Toyota Camry. You're in a Toyota Camry. You're in a Corolla. How we gonna fit in here? You know we can't fit in here. That's why you called the black trucks before. Playing on my top. I said, nah, fam, we'll order our Uber. We'll order our Uber. So I get on my phone. I hang up on her. I get on my phone and I order us the Uber. The Uber probably like $30, whatever, right? Order the Uber. Get to the house. Right when she left the Double Apple, she texted me like, y'all come to the house. Y'all come to the house. We gonna order another bottle. You're not gonna see me. You're not gonna see me, man. Y'all, Mumu was not black. She's not black. Her boyfriend black, so she thinks she down. She thinks she one of them ones. You're not black. Because at the end of the day, we come together, we leave together. We travel in packs. You understand? We travel in packs. I think that that's something that's known in our community. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So now, at this point, me and T just sitting here like, what? I'm sitting here chopping it up with plans. You know, we're over here eating wings, chopping it up with plans, waiting on the Uber. And T like, she really just left us? I said, yeah, this hoe really did just leave us. So cool, we get in the Uber, okay, go ahead, we get in the car. I stop at the gas station. I had to get some stuff to Dr. Tia, you know what I'm saying? I had to get her some electrolyte, had to get me some electrolyte. I got us some cracklings, okay? I had got us some water. I got us some stuff. So we go home. The next day, I'm at the movies, right? The next day I had a date. I went to the movie to go see Deadpool. It was fire, by the way. Went to go see Deadpool. I'm sitting in the movie theater. I got this long text message. Let me read it for y'all. Oh shoot, my phone been off this whole time. I get a text message and I'm gonna read to y'all. I'm gonna put it on the screen too, because this is where, now y'all done heard about how the night went. This is where it all got messy. She said, hey, my man told me last night y'all got hookah and food and he covered y'all tab. What happened? I was drunk at that point. I didn't know no one ordered food or hookah. I don't even smoke hookah, or was smoking hookah. And then I text her back. I said, it was told to me you said to ask him to pay for it. I already planned to pay for our food and offered to pay for it multiple times. And so after that, she said, oh yeah, when whoever asked if I wanted hookah, I said no twice. Then I said to ask for hookah, but I didn't even know about anything else because I didn't even order food either. I was too drunk because I didn't know any of that. Okay, follow me, y'all, follow me. I said, to be honest, I was barely at the table. I don't know what happened over there while I wasn't in the section, because I don't know what conversations was had while I wasn't there. I'm going based off what was told to me, what you said to me once I asked you if you wanted the hookah and your nigga asked you if you wanted the hookah. So I'm going based off of that. So she said, I guess that's why they was pressing me to hit it so he could pay, because I don't even like hookah for real. Yeah, no, I didn't like that because we paid for everything all night. Me and him, no one else. And when he told me that this morning, I was livid. Like, I didn't order no food, and I hit the hookah probably once because people was pressing me. We paid $200 to get into the next spot plus the bottles. I didn't even see you and no girl for a minute. So when he said that, I was like, food, hookah, how come I ain't getting no food? All that, all night I was hungry. It's all good though. So then she started sending me screenshots of her and her man sending back and forth Apple Pays and this, that, and the third. And so I'm like, okay. So then she sent me the screenshot and she said, see, I ended up paying $250 at the second spot for everything. So that's why I text you like, what happened? Because yes, I didn't see you a whole minute in the second spot. And so this is my whole thing with the message that she sent me. My whole thing is this. It's a principle thing for me. So had it been, it's a principle thing for me. One, I asked multiple times and offered to still pay for my food multiple times, took money out of my purse to give, and it was not taken. That's that. The second thing is you telling me all the stuff that you feel like you cannot remember. So how are you sitting here texting me about something that you don't remember? Then as a grown woman talking about, oh, I was being pressed to hit the hookah. I was being pressed to hit the hookah. Can't nobody press you to do a damn thing. Ain't nobody pressing you to hit the hookah. You said that you wanted it. Like, so I'm just like, okay. And then on top of that, it's not a big deal because y'all, the hookah was only $35. Keep that in mind. It was only $35. So at this point, with her also saying that she paid for everything all night, this is the thing that I hate, and this is why I hate parties, because don't nobody ever want to. This is my issue. My issue is you invited me out, someone who you don't even know, or whatever the case may be, who you know, but we're not friends, okay? Out to your outing. Had you told me, hey, we doing all of these things, it's gonna cost this much a person, make sure you bring some money. None of that was discussed to me. And had it not been for the food and quote unquote the hookah, then she wouldn't have had an issue or been trying to talk about what she paid for all night. On top of that, it's your birthday. Why am I paying for anything for your birthday? You invited me to something that you were going to be doing whether I was here or not. So why do you feel like I have to pay for it? So that part I didn't understand. So I told her, I said, okay, well, let me know what you want to do to resolve the situation. I offered to pay the first time, and it was told to me that I didn't have to. So that's the impression that I was under. And so she gonna say, this is the part that blew me. Man, y'all, earlier in the story, I told y'all that the bill total was $72. This is the reason everything blew up. She said, yeah, you could just send me whatever on y'all food and hookah. I believe the hookah was 45 or 50, and the food was like 93. What? What? The food was $90? $93 exactly, $93, and the hookah was 45 or 50, but you telling me what you didn't remember, and on top of the fact that you didn't see no bill. What? I'm like, okay. I told her it was $72 total. And then I told her, then once I told her it was $72 total. This is the issue that I had. I didn't mind paying for it, but at the same time, I'm like, in my head, I'm going back and forth, because I'm like, nah, if I offered to pay for it multiple times, you told me no, then that's what it is. Now you're coming to me about it because you don't like that your nigga paid for the food that you told him to pay for, that he paid for the hookah that you said that you wanted. Like, what? Then I feel like they was trying to play me. I feel like they tried to play me for $140. So you telling me some chicken and some fish was $90, and then she said that she didn't even see the bill. He told her that's how much it was. She said, I know it. I believe him. So you believe that we ran up your bill an additional $140, and now you want me to pay you for it? Fuck out of here. And so at that point, y'all, I'm like, nah. I told her that I felt like she was playing on my top, because now you're asking me to pay for your section. That's what you asking me to do. In all actuality, you're asking me to pay for your section, and the answer is fuck no. After seeing what you paid for all night, and after seeing this, and after seeing that, in all actuality, that's what you want, and the answer is no. And so I had already booked a lash appointment with her for today, Wednesday. I booked an appointment with her. So a couple of days before she invited me out to her section or whatever. So I had told her, I said, you know what? You just tried to play on my top. On top of the fact that you left me at Double Apple, and my friend at Double Apple just left us there. Like, wasn't gonna say nothing. Then start talking about how you pay for the Ubers, how you pay for this the whole night. I shouldn't be complaining, blah, 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 blah. That's what you're supposed to do. You invited me somewhere. I could have been somewhere with some, and I ain't have to pay for anything, or even by myself with me and T, and would have paid for it on my own. It ain't never no broke this shit. My life ain't set up that way. I don't have that problem. So the fact that you trying to play me to my face is crazy. Like, baby, you a kid. I'm grown. I'm almost auntie. Don't do that. So I told her, I said, you know what? The Uber and all that stuff, that was $30. On top of the fact that I just gave you the $50 for you to do my lashes or whatever, and still had to pay you an additional amount of money. So to me, it didn't feel right for me to go and get my lashes done after all of this, and her basically trying to rob my ass. And then low-key tried to cut, then low-key got into a whole, you can't even see it, try to get into a whole arguing with me about it. Y'all, she literally, so I told her, I said, you know what, go ahead and keep the $50. I said, even though our bill was only $37 or almost $40, you can keep the change, but I don't need my appointment. You can keep it. I don't need my appointment. And so after that, y'all, she got so mad. When I say, she sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 messages, and they're lengthy too. And so she was just basically saying the same thing. She said, why would my man pay for y'all food? Why would I have him do that? This and the third. You talking about a $50 deposit. Now you don't want your lashes done. We pay for literally everything. You're delusional if you think that that's all right. And then she was like, then you talking about somebody left you, and that's just, you just trying to make me look weird. I don't have to make you look anything. You looked it on your own, and you look dumb. So it's just the fact that, and you were ugly on your birthday. Like, this can't get no worse for you. So I'm just sitting here like, and on top of the fact that you sitting here letting this man lie to you, the same man that when I'm doing my lashes, you pillow talking to me about everything that he doing. Girl, please. But you believe. Okay, so you believe that he paid $150. Then it's crazy because she kept coming out of her purse. She kept coming out of her purse. So I completely expect him to tell her that. On top of the fact that, let's rewind back to the other part of the story. She said, yeah, and he also told me that you said, don't be telling your girlfriend I'm no broke. You damn right. I knew what I was doing. I set his ass up. I knew exactly what I was doing because I knew he was gonna say that. I knew that this was gonna happen. So that's exactly why I said it. So the fact that he relayed the message, so I said, oh, okay, heard you. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. So y'all, so she's like, yeah, you just trying to make me look weird, blah blah blah. This and the third, I pay for everything all night, whatever. But you invited me somewhere. I didn't have to be here. So I said, yeah. At that point, y'all, I was mad. I said, yeah, you tweaked out. I tried to keep it cute, but this cool too. Please hold. I told her ass to please hold. I'm about to give it to your ass. She gonna text me something about keep it cute, Deja. Y'all weird for that. What? How? Okay. So I said, you know what? Let's start with some facts. So what did I do? I went to the Double Apple website. I went to their website and I looked up their hookah prices, and I sent her the flyer. I sent her the flyer and I sent her the price on Google. I said, Google said 25. This flyer says 25. Where are you getting $50 from? Show it to me. Show me where you see that hookah is $50. When I had already told her that I would pay for everything but the hookah, until she tried to fake rob me, until she tried to double charge, triple charge me. Like what? Because of what her did. And so I'm sending her screenshots. I said, show me where the $50 at. Show me where it says. She sent the laughing emoji. She said, so y'all tab wasn't over $100? No, it wasn't over $100. Chicken and fish $100, y'all. I've been said I'm not paying for the hookah. I hit it twice. Why I gotta pay for it? You wanted it, like nah. And so I said, quickly, get to the point, point it out and show me, because you literally just tried to play me. And now your ass you don't wanna own up to what's going on here. Nah, I sent you proof. Quiet in the peanut gallery, bird brain. The fuck? So then she's still talking about bringing up the $30 Uber and all this and the third. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what I said to her, and I'm gonna let this be, because I read the bitch her motherfucking rights. You hear me? But basically that's what happened, y'all. And so I'm sitting here like, what? Like, I'm so confused. And this is why I don't do birthday parties and all that stuff, because the same thing happened to us like the week before when we went to a birthday dinner. That's why I had cash and I brought the exact amount of money that I knew, exact dollars and everything. I don't play that type of stuff. I don't do that, because I be feeling like people be looking at you and think you in a certain position and be asking you to do shit without even asking you. Like, nah, like I don't believe in doing people like that. And anytime I have a birthday celebration, if it's a section or if it's a whatever, it's paid for. I'm asking you to come to something that's already paid for and to celebrate with me. That's it. So the fact that she was trying to bring up all that extra shit, I'm just sitting here like, you're not gonna get no money from me. You were about to get some money from me, but then you tried to play on my top like I'm a clown. Like, nah, on top of the fact that you was finna do my lashes, no, I did not feel right putting no more money in that girl pocket. There was no way, Jose. Cut, dry, done, over with. And then it's just the fact that his own friend offered to order a Uber for me and T, which is crazy. That's literally insane. You just left us out there. Like, where's the girl code, ho? Like, no, I'm done with Houston hoes. Houston hoes 2. Nah, that's about the third one. Y'all be tuned for the, yeah, hold on. Yeah, Houston hoes 3. There is 0. That's about she about the third weird hoe. Y'all ain't even hear the story time about the other hoe. So just wait on it. But anyways, y'all, that's the end of my story time. I hope that y'all enjoy it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if anything like this has ever happened to you. Also, comment down below. Let me know if you feel like they should have been paid. Let me know if you feel like they should have been paid. I don't. But anyway, that's the end of this story time. I'll talk to y'all in the comments. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.